Hey, BioTubers. I know this is to all of my subscribers, as few of you as there are. I know I said that I would be making a bunch of a bunch of stop motion comedies after the random moment, like shortly. Well, lately there's been a lot of stuff going on, and I haven't been able to do that. Today I do plan to do a little bit of stop motion, but yeah, it's probably gonna be a couple more days until I can really do more stop motion and actually send something out. So don't expect any stop motions for a week or two. Okay, I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff has suddenly come up. So as a constellation, I figured I would show you a couple of my MOCs. I know I've said that I have a bunch of characters, and since I haven't putting stop motions out to introduce them to you properly, I figure I would make this video. So let's start off with the bad guy, Makuta Tilahun. Okay, this is like one of my favorite bad guys. Okay, his legs, I've actually revamped him. Before he had very weak legs. I don't know if he premiered on episode 6 of the Tilahun saga, which I need to be getting working on. But like I said, this is supposed to be a comedy month, so no actions for. I'm not going to touch on actions for a while. But yeah, so Tilahun here. His legs, they're pretty simple, nothing really to him. He was meant to really just stand like that. I can't really show you what he was supposed to stand, how he's supposed to stand on the bed, but basically like that, squat. And he has, as you can see, 4 sets of wings, which was pretty cool. He can bend in the waist. It used to just be this part right here, but naturally it was so weak that he'd fall from side to side, so it was really annoying. So I put these here, and I think he looks pretty good. You got the chest here and all that. Interesting story behind him. You'll probably think I'm crazy by the end of it, but like in the series, the first Makuta I made was Shalt, the green guy. I don't know if you remember him, but like if you've seen the Tilahun saga, he was the green guy with the proboscis, who fought Rumral. I first made him, and I was trying to make him look as lame as possible so that this guy would look better. The problem was that when I started to make Tilahun, he looked like any ordinary Toa or Makuta that Lego would send out. He literally just had this body piece and like the arm pieces here, and he just looked like a normal set that Lego would have put out. He looked totally normal. Shalt looked freaking awesome compared to him, so I was really frustrated that I couldn't make this guy look properly awesome for the big bad boss. So yeah, but then I guess I was thinking one night. I guess I was thinking about how to build this guy so much that I actually had a dream. Okay, I told you you'd probably think I was crazy, but I got the idea. I got this building structure from a dream. Okay, I know I'm probably gonna get trolls. I know trolls are gonna be getting on me for this, but yeah, a dream. Okay, a dream. The characteristics that were in the dream were the very long, flexible body and the short legs and double wings. Okay, so pretty much this guy was in my dream. The only difference was that he was black and green in the dream. So yeah, very strange story, but that is Tilahun. Basically, his personality is he's very calm, he doesn't overreact, and he emphasizes things a lot. If you've read the comics, I would think he's kind of like Nuju, where he uses hand gestures a lot to explain what he's saying and, stuff like that. If I put him in the series, I'm probably not going to do all the hand gestures and stuff just because that'd be a lot of work for the stop motion. But, yeah, just as, like, part of his personality in the story, he's very expressive, very calm, and he's always a step ahead. He's not necessarily arrogant. He knows he has some weaknesses, but he finds ways to make those weaknesses strengths. And he's extremely powerful. Some say that he's more powerful than Makuta Pterodax, but he just stays on the sidelines because he figures he can work better and pull more strings from the sidelines without anybody just, having him in their sights. He's very subtle. He's very subtle. So, yeah, so there's Tilahun. Now, this guy I've made quite recently, and he might not look as cool as some of my other MOCs because he looks so simple, but this is Toa Trojune, okay? He's a Toa of Sonics, and, he's really simple. There's nothing to him. Anybody could build him. And the reason for that is because I figured that if I get back to actions, he would be a really good action he would be a really good action figure for the action films that are going at 24 or 30 frames per second. Like Arab's son. He was good in it, but his limbs and his weapons were so heavy that sometimes he would just fall over on his own weight. But Trojune here, he's not like that. He has light armor, and light weapons here. Here's one of his weapons. Shoot, hang on. Okay, here's one of his weapons. Very influenced by Tron. They throw their little discs around, and I've made it where this disc, it can split. It can split, and he can, he throws it, it bounces around, and he can split it in two and do the same thing. I've made it where, he can have this thing on a string, so it's like a gigantic yo-yo, and he just swings it around, beating guys up and stuff like that. So there's the disc here, which I think is like one of my favorite weapons of his. And then he has some just ordinary Toa katana swords, which again will play on how I think he'll be really good for action films, just because these things weigh nothing at all. So I'm actually thinking about it. I'm pretty excited to put this guy in some sort of action. It's not going to be anytime soon. I know it's comedy month. It's supposed to be my comedy month and all that, and I need to be working on that. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that the first video this guy will premiere in is a good action film, and I hope that he'll be really good just with these weapons. Hang on, let me put the katana swords on him so you can see it. Hang on. Okay, so here's katana swords. Very simple, and yes, I know. I one of the masks that I ordered was a Gali mask, and I painted it silver because that's how I imagined him. I always imagined him with a very aerodynamic mask and all that. So I think he is uber cool. His personality, he's very quiet. He observes a lot of things, and, he can goof around a lot. He's a teenager. He's kind of a teenager, but he's that quiet teenager that, he'll crack a joke every now and then, but he's usually very quiet and observant. He's supposed to be part of an organization that, sort of like the Order of Matanui. I think I'm probably going to put him in the Order, which is another series that I need to be getting off the ground. I know I need to be making the second part of that first episode that I made. But anyway, so yeah, he's supposed to be fast. He is supposed to be quick in reflexes and everything. He is fast. His nickname is supposed to be Kakama, the Mask of Speed. That's his nickname in the Order. He's actually one of my favorites here. Dang it, what was I gonna say? He's like a special ops guy. He's very stealthy because he has such light armor that he is uber stealthy, y'all. He can get in and out quick. He has a natural talent for fighting in martial arts, and as a Matoran, I read that Toa of Sonics they have super hearing, so they can really hurt themselves with their own power, and I thought that was just stupid. And because I don't want my Toa to, hurt himself when he throws a sonic blast or something. I thought that was just dumb. So I made it where Azimatoran, he was deaf. Okay, so he was a deaf Dematoran, and when he became a Toa, he regained hearing because something Greg Farshtey made, or the story of Bionicle says that when a Demetorn turns into a Toa of Sonics, their hearing really heightens. So he gained those extra levels of hearing. He doesn't hear as well as any Toa of Sonics. He's practically deaf compared to them, but he can still hear better than the average Toa. So yeah, those are pretty much my 2 MOCs. Like I said, you're gonna have to wait a while for my stop motion to come out. I've been uber busy. School, I think, is about to start back up again. So, yeah, that's gonna make some complications. But still, I'm gonna try to get this comedy week up off the ground. Don't worry. I'm at least gonna put 1 episode out there. Don't worry. Okay, so thank you for watching. Subscribe. I hope you enjoyed these MOCs. Comment, whatever you want. Thank you for watching.